We all come from a place. To put it better, each and every one of us, the whole universe owes its existence to the fundamental source of all life as we know it. We can call it God. We can call it consciousness, the great void or nothingness. It makes no difference in what label you choose to assign to it. It cannot be fully grasped or conceptualized by the mind, but language at best can help point to some truth that could be understood and useful by our evolved brains. Before the universe had come into being, there was the singularity, undifferentiated awareness. This was the ineffable womb of creation. And in that state of perfect wholeness, it could not conceive or conceptualize itself, for there was nothing to compare its sentience with. Nothing had ever happened, for there was no time, no space, therefore there was no history, no fears, no pain, no death. It was the infinite, unborn, uncreated I Am presence. Even before there was a sense of an I that had come into being. Simply amness. In becoming aware of itself, there was, you can say, a buildup, a tension, to manifest a symmetry breaking of its oneness, the diversification process. This curious evolutionary impulse was the template of relative polarity. This initial step was needed for the creative process to unfold or emerge. For wholeness does not know what it truly is until it holographically splits itself off from all that is. This is called self-awareness. The more we had been separated from this state of oneness, the more we discover who we really are. You were this creative unlimited potential before you were congealed in this body you are now in. This eternal source part of you still exists in the non-local, non-physical domain of pure unmanifested primordial emptiness. You can say that cosmic consciousness, which is the timeless, formless, empty ground state of being, evolves through form manifestations or expression in this leading-edge space-time reality. All of us are unique, individuated viewpoints or perspectives of this creative source, emanating out of the unchanging I Am presence. We are being and becoming. Being, that is to say, the non-dual still silent state of infinite spaciousness. And yet paradoxically, we are becoming. The movement, the ever-expanding and ever-changing field of space and time. Experiencing, experimenting, exploring and expanding in every possible way imagined. It is all a vast ocean of this one life intelligence interacting with itself. Source is becoming more conscious, evolving in us, through us, as us. We are all a part of this evolutionary process. We are made in its image and likeness, as the microcosm is to the macrocosm. When we become more conscious, the presence of being in turn is becoming more conscious of itself. All that exists has consciousness, divine presence, expressing itself in varying degrees of form manifestation. The burden of life, you can say, in which we experience personal suffering, arises when we forget that all limited form expressions are only divine consciousness, becoming somehow attached or over-identified with its own form disguise. Through you and I, consciousness is now waking up from the dream of separation and identification with form. This is done through the power of presence and transcendence. When we awaken to the profound truth of our eternal nature, we have reached the Holy Grail that has always been there, present, underneath our feet, simply waiting to be discovered.